Hi there, I'm Zoot Java. Today I'd like to talk about Canada's Governor-General Julie Payette resigning after a report found her causing workplace harassment. Anonymous staff members claim that they were being berated by Julie Payette to the point of tears. This prompted an independent investigation. The external report found that the Queen's representative had overseen a toxic work environment where staff had been bullied to tears. This report will be released next week with a less than favorable image of Payette's leadership, which raised concerns with senior government officials over her ability to continue in this vice-regal role. In 2017, Payette had been picked by Justin Trudeau instead of having a committee do this. Her position is the representative of Queen Elizabeth II as head of state, which is basically a ceremonial position. This, however, is the first time that a Canadian Governor-General has been forced to resign. Apparently, this comes from former allegations that she bullied staff at her official residence at Rideau Hall and on foreign trips. Tensions have arisen at Rideau Hall over the past few months, and for that I am sorry, Payette was quoted as saying. For the good of the country and of our democratic institutions, I have come to the conclusion that a new Governor-General should be appointed. Canadians deserve stability in these uncertain times, she said. Last July, a number of anonymous staff said that they had been berated by Payette to the point of tears. Others said that she would call their work, and I quote, shit, and order them out of the office. A few weeks later, the Privy Council Office, which manages Canada's federal bureaucracy and reports to the Prime Minister, opened an investigation, hiring an independent consulting firm. Harassment has no place in any professional workplace, a spokesperson for the Privy Council Office said in a statement. It is a public service priority to advance efforts to more effectively prevent and resolve issues of harassment. Payette, who is a former astronaut and scientist, was also criticized for spending hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars renovating Rideau Hall, including installing a private staircase to ensure her privacy. As this was coming to attention last September, Trudeau came to her defense, dismissing the speculation that he would ask her to step down. We have an excellent Governor-General right now, and I think on top of the COVID crisis, nobody's looking at any constitutional crises, he said. We have put in place a process to review some of the working conditions at Rideau Hall, but that's not something that we're contemplating right now. Going further than that, in the report, the firm spoke with dozens of current and former employees. The report has been completed and sent to the Privy Council. Payette's top staffer and close friend, Assunta Di Lorenzo, has also resigned following allegations that she too harassed employees. Opposition leader Erin O'Toole called on Trudeau to meet with party leaders to discuss selecting the next Governor-General because of the problems involved with Trudeau's selection of Payette and the political realities of a minority government in the Parliament. The work wasn't put in by Trudeau to see if she was appropriate for the job, and this is what happened. With the possibility of a coming election, this requires the Governor-General to dissolve Parliament. But Acting Governor-General Richard Wagner, the Chief Justice of Canada's Supreme Court, has the same powers. My take on this? Well, to start with, I'm extremely curious to find out just exactly what it was Julie Payette did to bring her staff to tears. I certainly hope that it is more than calling someone's work shit and ordering them out of the office. If not, then I know the difference between working in a factory and working in a government setting, where that behavior from a supervisor is basically a daily occurrence and not to be expected to hold your pinky out when drinking your tea. Try working for a chef even. If the government stopped them from behaving like this, well, we won't have to worry about these elected officials wasting all our money on fine dining because it won't exist anymore. You can't have a babysitting service when making meals to perfection. But I digress. In his true style of acting like a fascist leader with dictatorial powers, which he values more than absolutely anything, Trudeau, rather than use the advisory committee on vice-regal appointments who are there to hopefully make a choice that is non-partisan, well, he decided that he, of course, knew better and picked Julie Payette himself. Also, in Trudeau's inimitable fashion, he chose someone who checked the boxes for optics' sake: a woman, scientist, and astronaut. While being enormously marvelous achievements, do not automatically scream out compassion and diplomacy. Maybe this is why we have the committee, Justin. While I'm no advocate of wasting taxpayer dollars on anything, all my research stated in reports of Payette, who they've already begun to kick while she's down, have made this distinction of saying how she wasted taxpayer dollars on her refurbishing Rideau Hall, with the private staircase, of course. Again, not a fan of what this was spent on, but when the spin is to make Trudeau look good in his bought and paid for media, the tendency to make outlandish spending look favorable is to say Canada will be investing in, and then fill in the blanks, as if to make it look like we all agreed on this or had some kind of a say in it in some way, shape, or form. Anyhow, I'm waiting for this report to come out, and I have a feeling it's really going to be a head-shaking nothing burger. And now, for the part you've all been waiting for, my bad joke. I heard that, as an astronaut, Julie Payette had claustrophobia. They found this out because, as an astronaut, well, she needed a lot of space. Okay. Anyway, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please, because it really helps me out, and click on the bell for notifications of more of my words of wisdom. The platforms are coming after all of us conservatives, no matter how big or small our channels are. So please like and subscribe us to mess with their manipulation of the algorithms. Until later, have a Java on Zoom.